down to the big pumpkin festival tomorrow?
Yeah, our class is doing. We're selling like snacks and drinks and doing face paint for
Oh,
to fundraise for prom next year.
okay.
Cause um, we don't have that much money,
Right.
and we need to get as much as we can next year. So next year we're not just having to cram it all.
Work like crazy to have any money to do anything. So. Well, there's Mike Sutherland. He made it. So.
Hola.
Yay! You made it.
I made it. How are you? Staying out of trouble.
And you're early tonight. I'm proud of you.
Well, I had to drive a little faster than normal to get here.
Don't worry, I got the ticket in Carnegie, so you wouldn't have
did?
to worry about it. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No wonder he seemed happy.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I said, you've already got your quota with me, no problem. So.
Watch out, the Cordell people coming through here later.
I'm at one school bus going north, so somebody in this area is headed up north to play somewhere. So.
I don't know.
But I told him, I said, I said, I saw you. I was on the north side of town. And I saw your lights, so I knew you was down here somewhere. He said, yeah, I got you. I said, well, I was only doing 44 in that 40. He said, yeah, but you was doing 44 before you got to the 40. And it was 30 miles an hour before you got to the 40 mile an hour. I said, oh, that's right. I understand. So.
As long as I've known Buddy, calling coach seems like.
Yeah, uh-huh. But he fits right in. He works
He
well
does.
with the kids. He's a good kid and worked hard. And I still tease him. I said, yeah, buddy, you have the record for fouling out of basketball faster than anybody else. He said, no, there's somebody else that's done it since then. I said, yeah, but you have the record as far as I know. Because he came in and he's a good-sized man. And he was good size in high school. So he'd come off the bench. He'd be 7 or 8 coming into play. And his job was to go in and guard somebody. And he would. He'd run right into him. Foul. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3, And he's fouled out before or early in the third quarter, I think. So.
Well, we don't have no wasp this time.
I know, isn't it nice?
Last year we were up here, we were fighting off wasps.
Yeah.
Here in Frederick a couple years back.
Yeah. Well, Carnegie's the same way too.
Yeah,
So,
Carnegie's the same.
yeah.
So what's your official job title? Filmer?
She is
Film girl?
number one.
Number 1 film crew girl. Person.
Number 1 film person.
When we were in Empire, we were at Empire. I set the tablet down to go run the guys out, and I came back and the tablet was too hot, so I had to film on my phone for like the first quarter.
Ooh, okay.
I was like,
Okay, who's taking snaps?
28.
28.
Aiden Middendorf.
Okay, Aiden back.
Aiden's back.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Danny's
Oh.
out.
You know, I get tired of getting scheduled as the homecoming team.
Well,
Yes.
you're gonna pick somebody you think you can beat.
That's exactly
That's why
right.
we scheduled Carnegie last week and it didn't work right. So
That first quarter last week was brutal.
yeah,
They were not focused.
there's too much homecoming BS. So.
Yeah. Like I said, I've never met a coach that liked homecoming.
No.
Just a lot of
Aiden,
distraction.
Jordan Wood, and JD are your captains. I'm glad to see Aiden's back on the field in uniform this time. So. They got 3.
What do we got? 30, 75. Got one.
20,
Connor
30,
Oten
60.
20, 25.
Oh, that's a 35.
It's 35 and 20.
And 60.
Jacob Harvey.
Maddox. That's all I have to say about that.
Man. 20.
Didn't we play here last year? It's
No.
2 years in a row, isn't it?
I don't think so. I don't know. Like I said, I wake up in a new world every day. I know. But where did you park tonight?
I parked by the church down there.
I parked right out here.
How'd you get in over there?
I went in by the ticket office, waved at him as I went in.
Yeah.
Came on around. I thought,
Oh,
I'm
I
not
mean-
going to ask because I wasn't about to park way down there
Yeah,
by
these
Main
people-
Street.
These people at the gate, they don't get paid nothing.
No.
Are they really going to stop you?
Right. Do they care? No.
Okay, at halftime. What was your name? I'm sorry.
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, at halftime, I'll buy concession if you go get it.
Okay.
We deferred.
They deferred. No, we deferred.
We
That's
deferred.
right. We deferred. We won the toss again.
Dude, Elk City started their broadcast at 6:30. I picked them up on the radio coming
Did they?
in. I'm like, hey, what can y'all talk about for 30 minutes? And in the first 5 minutes, they repeated themselves like 9 times.
Right. Right. I've seen it when you start early and stuff. And, I mean, used to we did a coach's interview and played that, and that took 10 minutes and stuff. And they quit doing that. So when does the flag on?
It's down there.
Cordell as they travel back and safe tonight. And Lord, we just ask you to do us great football things. We love you and praise you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Okay, so why isn't Corbin suited up tonight?
He's out for a week.
Yeah, he got a
Doctor
concussion.
wouldn't release him. Yeah, be with the doctor, and doctor wouldn't release him. He's out for another week, so get well. Let it get healed up.
You're never going to regret not playing high school football.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
but
when
you
you're
will regret not being able to run your sentences together because you're brain damaged.
and you will regret not being able to walk because you kept working on a hurt ankle.
Drooling on yourself uncontrollably.
Mhm.
Those things will bother you down the line.
They'll let bother other people. May not bother you if they do it enough. So
Tigers. Who's Tigers? Snyder? Mangum Tigers. Okay. Apache Warriors. We got Warriors? Okay, what were they last week?
Empire, Bulldogs.
Wow.
Bulldogs, and then it was Wildcats. When I was in Dixon, we had 4 schools that were Indians. Tishomingo Indians, Plainview Indians.
How's your evening going, boy?
Everybody was Indians.
I can't tell if my commercials are running or not.
I get that.
You're hearing
He hears
what?
it?
Okay. Oh, here it is. Now I can see him. Mike did something I couldn't see him running. So, okay. I think we're good then. See, just takes long enough, a little bit longer. So if you didn't screw up anything while you had the equipment, we're okay then. So.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So
Thanks,
Corbin's
sir.
out again? What's wrong with Corbin this time?
His ankle.
Still his ankle?
Yeah.
No, he went to the doctor.
It's just a high ankle sprain.
Well, he probably shouldn't have played last week.
Probably shouldn't have played last week.
Yeah.
Probably
A lot
not.
of truth to that.
Somebody said we had some more kids come out this week.
That'd be
You know
good.
that? Well, I don't see them out here in uniform tonight. So
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 11.
yeah.
We suited up 11 dudes.
Yeah. Cindy Banks
Yeah,
commercials
looks
are
like
not playing.
We suited up 11 dudes. Holy cow.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing them.
I'm not hearing them, but they are playing.
That's part of the CK Energy commitment.
CK Energy, we light up your life.
Friends, you'll find a store full of quality gift ideas at Cordell TV, Appliance, and Furniture in Cordell. Appliances and TVs from LG, Frigidaire, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Speed Queen, Best, Catnapper, Bassett, and Ashley Furniture. Bedding from Serta. Now listen, we service everything we sell, and we promise always the lowest possible prices and the absolute best service. Thanks so much for your friendship and your business. Cordell TV, Appliance, and Furniture. It's somewhere in Cordell.
Clinic Pharmacy of Cordell, a hometown family-owned and operated business, providing super quick and friendly service to Cordell and surrounding communities. Small enough to know you, big enough to serve your every need. Stop by to meet Chris and the Clinic Pharmacy staff, where our family knows yours.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another exciting edition of Cordell Blue Devil Football. I'm Mike Sutherland, along with Dudley, the cameraman Simpson, trying to get everything situated there. Blue Devils have taken the field. They won the toss and deferred to the second half. They'll be kicking. Apache has yet to take the field. We are here in Apache, Oklahoma. Blue Devils coming to this one, kind of dragging in and limping in. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players not suited up tonight due to injury. 12 players suited up that are able to play. So it'll be a tough night for the Blue Devils. Have to keep the morale together, and hopefully no one comes up gimpy, because we'd be down to the bench players real quick. Did get a player back. That's what gave us the 12th player. Aiden Middendorf is back for the first time this season. And here is the kickoff. Line drive along the ground, scooped up on the ground at about the 38-yard line, covered up by the Warriors. It'll be Warrior first down from that spot. 1st and 10 from there.
Okay. Hey.
Hey,
I'm finally there. There you are, Mike.
There
I
you
found
are.
you. So getting everything. Maybe it's working right. So
Possibly.
thanks to Cindy Banks, she said she can hear the commercials. So that's what we wanted. Tell your
Yeah.
sponsors thank you for making this possible.
Text her back to see if she can hear us.
She did.
All right. 2 wide to the left for the Warriors. I formation. Quarterback now moves into the gun. Running back offset. Jet sweep to the right side. Blue Devils turn it inside. Good tackle on the outside. Number 15 for the Blue Devils, Dayton Bartlett. It looked like he'd been blocked to the outside, but he got his hands on the running back, brings him down after a short gain. If he doesn't make that tackle, that kid hits his head on the goalpost down there.
Yeah, he could go a long way, but they had a good power move coming to the right side, but Cordell's defense stepped up again and made a big stop.
2nd down and 7 for the Warriors. 2 come wide to the right. Quarterback in the gun, single setback stacked directly behind him. There's the snap, handoff, straight off tackle. There's a hole there, and he's got a lane, and he's got some speed. Don't know if we got enough speed to catch him, and he is off to the races. No flags on the play. That's going to be a touchdown, Warriors, from the second play from scrimmage.
From the 41-yard line, that's a 59-yard trot down the left side, the west side of the field to the north end zone.
All right, 11:09 to go in the first quarter. Warriors strike quickly. Coming on the field for the extra point now are the Warriors. Blue Devils line up to attempt no extra point. They're going for 2. 1 wide to the left, 1 wide right. Single setback behind the quarterback in the gun. Going to throw all the way, looking to the left, nothing doing. He's going to try to scramble. He is stacked up close to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to fall forward and get the hometown call. It's good. 8-0 to begin with. Blue Devils trail this one early. We'll stay right here. Hadn't had enough time to to go to commercial yet.
Hello.
Talking about the Blue Devils injuries, starting quarterback Danny Corbin, and also one of our starting safeties. So, again, in small-town football, when you lose one starter, you typically lose 2 starters because that one guy plays both ways. And we have that case tonight with several of our positions. Even number 32 tonight is out, Gage Miller. So 2 out of the 3 of your better players are on the bench dinged up and injured tonight. So we'll hope and pray they get well soon by next week when we go to Hobart, America.
Okay. That'll work. You're ready.
All right, then. Well, Blue Devils set to receive the kick.
Okay. As they come back out on the field, the Apache Warriors will line up to kick off. Again, they'll kick off from their own 40-yard line. Let's see where we can get that centered at. So I got a close-up so we get the north end, but now that they're going to kick off from their own 40, you got a good group across lined up here at the 50. You got 6 on the front line, 6, 2, 1, and 2. Okay. Got 11 on both sides of the ball, and Apache gets ready to kick off to the Cordell Blue Devils. Let's run one back and see what happens here.
Well, last time I remember being here, I remember Danny Corbin running one back. Danny Corbin had 2 touchdowns that game. There's that short kick fielded at the 40. Blue Devils will have 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. So due to injuries, Aiden Middendorf, who is still obviously a little wobbly, I'm watching the limp trot onto the field right there, is thrust into starting quarterback action in his first game back.
It's an opportunity to step up and be big right here.
So 3 wide to the left for the Blue Devils. Middendorf taking the snap. In the backfield with him is Dayton Bartlett. 1 wide to the right for the Blue Devils. Got a 3-1 stack. Hand off to Bartlett. Tries to find some edge, and there's just not much room there. Brought down by a host of Warriors.
At least he saw the line of scrimmage before he backed up a little bit.
Well, they gave him forward progress, so he only lost 1 yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Blue Devils. Looking like we're stacking up 2 wide to the right. Actually, we're going to switch 3 wide to the right.
Passing down, you reckon?
Oh, I think it's going to be a passing formation the whole game. Middendorf takes the snap, looking to throw, finds a little pressure, rolls to his right. Obviously, Gimpy going to his right. Run out of bounds by the pursuit, and that'll bring up 2nd down And it looks like he lost about 4 or 5 on the play. We're going to bring up second down, and it looks like 16 from where we're standing.
Yeah, back him up to the 34. So.
And it's, in small town football, it's tough enough to play. It's even harder to play hurt and especially when a bunch of your team is hurt. 3 wide to the right, 1 wide left. Single setback in the gun with the quarterback. Low snap. It was a hopscotch, and Middendorf just falls on it wisely.
Smart thing to do.
So, yeah,
inside the 20 or at the 20.
That could have gone from bad to worse, and he just did his best to keep things from going even further south. And so to bring up 4th down for the Blue Devils. Back to punt will be Rivera. It'll be Caden Rivera. I've been watching him play football at the high school game since he was about in 5th grade, playing down in the end of the end zone, running up and down the sidelines. Now he's back punting tonight since Gage Miller is out. These guys have switched off and on. There's a good snap right to him. Good kick. He got it off just before it got blocked. Blue Devil bounced to about the 43-yard line, maybe the 42. And Apache will take over on the Blue Devil 42-yard line. Good kick by Caden under pressure.
9:35 to go in this first period of play, and Apache's already scored at lead 8-0. They'll have a short field to play with right here, starting on their own 40 on Cordell's 41-42. I'm not sure where we're going to mark it at. 42.
Jacob Vela taking the field now, and he's a guy that hadn't played a ton this year, but due to injuries, he's going to be thrust into action tonight, and I'm sure he's going to get all the downs he wants tonight. There is a penalty on the play already, and he threw that with some serious aggression. Not quite sure what this the side judge threw that flag like he was mad. I mean, just gonna be honest. That flag.
Well, I saw it go above the press box.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That flag came up above the press box. Don't exactly know what on earth he's upset about.
They're talking it over. They stopped play out there at the middle of the field, as you can see if you're watching on video, but we're here if you can't. So,
dead ball foul. Sideline. He's going to give him a sideline warning first, which is probably a
on Cordell.
Yeah, it's going to be on Cordell, most definitely.
Yeah.
Coach don't want to talk to the side judge. He wants to talk to the head official.
Right. That's what he's got to do. Well,
Yeah.
I've seen him turn to look at him, but we don't have enough people to have a sideline, basically.
Yeah, well, everybody is behind the line they're supposed to be. This is one of those things where you give a guy a badge and a gun, he gets a little cantankerous from time to time.
Okay, we all agree with it. That's just a warning then.
Yeah, it's just a warning. The next time it'll be a personal foul, and it'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Something might have been said. We'll blame it on the chain crew.
We're gonna blame it on the Apache chain crew. 2 wide to the left, single setback in the gun with the quarterback. Jet sweep again, turns it to the inside. Good play, but he's got a lane this time, and he's still got a lane. They're chasing him down the far sideline, and he steps out of bounds before he's tackled. Tucker Preby in pursuit. Ball goes out of bounds around the 16-yard line. 17 is where the angry side judge is.
17 and a half. He gave us a little bit extra there.
Yeah, he avoided contact, which, if you don't have to take the hit, you don't have to take the hit. 9:15 to go in the first quarter. Blue Devils already trail this one 8-0. Everybody looking to the sideline. Apache not getting in a hurry to get to the line of scrimmage. In a game like this, you're going to have plenty of snaps. 2 wide to the right, single setback in the gun with the quarterback, slot to the right. Fake handoff, he's going to do a quarterback lead, bounces to the outside, and scoots off down to the end zone. Just got the pylon. Touchdown, Warriors.
9:04 to go in this first period of play. And Apache will go up by a score of 14-0.
Looks like they will. Let's see if he's bringing in the T this time. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
And, in small towns, a lot of times you don't get kickers, and you end up, having to go for 2 because you don't have a kicker. No. Going for 2. 2 wide to the right, single setback in the gun with the quarterback, motion to the left, hands it off to the inside, trying to get the edge, and Maddox just couldn't get his hands on him. 2-point conversion good. 16-0 Warriors. You're listening to 106.9 FM, watching us on 107 The Zone. We'll be right back.
When hometown football approaches, that's when hometown shines. Bring out those hot cocoa thermoses. Bring on the team colors, shirts, and spirit. We'll be right here with you, cheering our home teams on to victory. Because nobody does hometown in Western Oklahoma like Bank of Western Oklahoma. Come bank with us. Weatherford, Cordell, Gary, Elk City, Viside, Woodward. Where people come first. Online at bankofwesternoklahoma.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Corn Heritage Village and Rehab of Corn and Weatherford, Oklahoma provides skilled nursing, rehab, long-term care, and memory care services. Corn Heritage Village facilities are known for their reputation and are the industry leaders in all of Western Oklahoma. So if your loved one needs rehab, nursing home, or dementia care, give them a call, 580-343-2295, 343-2295, or visit them on the web at cornheritage.org and find them on Facebook.
All right, we're back here. Quick start to the first quarter for the Apache Warriors. 16-0 with 9 minutes to go in the first quarter still. Blue Devils extremely short-handed, suited up 12 tonight. Bunch of guys on the sidelines, plenty of starters on the sidelines. Line drive kick fielded on the far right side. Bounces to the outside is Taylor, and he is tackled around the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils there. Aiden Middendorf returns to the lineup this week for the first time this season, and he is still obviously a little hobbled, and he is thrust into the starting quarterback role. The backup quarterback is typically J.D. Maddox. However, if you don't put him on the whiteout, you really don't have that many weapons to throw to. 3 wide to the left, 1 wide right, single setback in the gun with Middendorf. Handoff to the left side, brought down quickly. Penetration into the Blue Devil backfield. Short loss, about 2, maybe 3 on the play. Bring up second and long.
All out blitz by Apache. I mean, they're lining up. They're going to run right at it, and that's all you can expect. Yeah. They're doing a good job here.
Well, I'm looking on the sideline here. You have 2 starting linemen that began the year on the line, and your starting quarterback standing on the line, one of your starting running backs standing on the sideline. 3 wide to the right. Middendorf looking to throw, looking for this slant pattern, throws it, and gets hit after he throws the ball. No flag on the play. I felt like it was a little late, and I'm sure by the end of the game, Middendorf's going to feel like that was a little bit late.
He'll agree with you also.
It'll bring up 3rd and long. He was throwing the slant. And the thing is had he been on target with that, the linebacker had undercut the route, and that probably would have been an interception for a touchdown.
You had 2 on the would-be receiver right there.
So. 2-2-1 stack. Middendorf bobbles the snap, gets to the outside and trying to get up the field to the sideline, running tough, just nowhere to go. And he is going to gain, I think. No, he's going to lose about 2 yards on the play. On the far side, it looks like he got further up the field. 4th and long for the Blue Devils. Yeah. Just not enough ponies on the field or in the stables tonight. 2 wide to the left for punt formation. 1 wide right. There's the punt. Oh, bad snap. Rivera does a great job scooping it up. Gets the kick away. Now it's reversing field. And cuts back up the middle. Good return back to the 25. And the Warriors will have it 1st and 10 from the Blue Devil 25-yard line.
And he got about 27 on the return, or 28.
Well, with the snap the way it was and the pressure that was on Rivera, it's amazing he got the kick off, and yet alone a really good kick. Gunner couldn't quite catch the return man at the 50, and he got to the edge and then cut back. 2 wide to the right for the Warriors. Single setback in the gun with the quarterback. Motion to the left. Inside handoff, trying to get the edge, and he does get the edge, but there is pursuit, and the Blue Devils meet up with him around 1st down yardage, if not a little more. He just bounced around the outside defender and got down to Yep, it's going to be just enough to
15.
move the chains. It'll be around the chains, and so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 15 for the Warriors.
And I think Taylor was in on that tackle on the far side.
On the far side. One wide to the right for the Warriors. Single setback in the gun behind the quarterback. Fake handoff is a quarterback sweep or a quarterback lead, and he slips on the play. And the Blue Devils touch him to get him down, and that's going to be about a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 for the Warriors.
And that's what happens with Bermuda grass this time of year. It's starting to get a little bit dry.
It's a little brittle.
Grass starting to slow down a little bit.
And they didn't get the rain over here today.
It's pretty slick. Well, they had a sprinkles, all they had.
Now.
So. Oh, a little bit, maybe.
A little bit.
Ball's on the 10.
One wide to the right. They're going to run or throw this slant. Hand it off right off the left side. There's a flag on the play. He threw that one with some aggression, too. that flag had to go 15 yards in the air. I believe this one's going to come back. It's either going to be false start or it's going to be offsides on.
Procedure.
Yeah. On the.
These must be new flags. They're coming out of that pocket real easily.
Yeah, hitting the air high. Yeah. Maybe they need to weight him down a little more to keep him from going so high.
Oh, well, if we can see them, you ought to be able to see them. They're a long ways up in the air.
6:40 to go in the first quarter. Blue Devils already trail this one 16-0. If you just chimed in, Blue Devils are suited up 12 guys tonight, and many starters out of this game. One wide to the right, single setback in the gun, offset the quarterback to the left. They're going to run the student body left quarterback lead all the way. He gets there in the sauce, and he is brought down. Looks like beyond the first down markers. He's kind of out of our view. Think it's going to be 1st and goal from about the 5.
He's right on the 5-yard line.
They lay the chains down and bring the down marker to around the 5-yard line. Be 1st and goal Warriors from that point.
Under 6 minutes to go in this first period of play, and the Warriors are knocking on the door one more time.
One man wide to the right, single setback in the gun behind the quarterback. And we're going to get a whistle. Don't exactly know what just went on there. Oh, they had extra. They had fans on the field, and the side judge blew it dead. Here in this stadium, a lot of people bring lawn chairs and line up right along the back of the end zone. You probably had somebody cut across the corner there, and the official blew it dead. Same formation, same play. Dive play off to the right side, and touchdown. Warriors. 5:34 to go in the first quarter. Blue Devils trail this one 22-0. Let's see. They haven't put the score up yet, but just a matter of time.
Yep.
Out for the 2-point conversion. There it is. Score is official once it's on the board. Single setback in the gun behind the quarterback. One wide to the left. Handoff to the right side. Blue Devils just not enough manpower there. 24-0. Warriors all over the Blue Devils early and often. 5:33 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to 106.9 FM. 107 The Zone.
If you started college but haven't finished, you may feel like your story is already written. Remember, you're the author, and where your story goes from here is up to you. Finish your degree with Reach Higher at Western Oklahoma State College. Reach Higher can put you on a program path designed to help you earn your associate degree from Western. Start writing your next chapter today. Visit wosc.edu/reach to find out how. Reach Higher with Western Oklahoma State College. Call 580-477-7742.
Do you move to the sidelines when stocks are predicted to drop? Are you waiting for some of today's uncertainties to be resolved before you invest? Hi, I'm Phil Cleaver, your Cordell area Edward Jones financial advisor. The problem with trying to time the market is you miss some of the best days in the market. The truth is, attempting to time the market has historically reduced investor returns rather than raised them. A good financial advisor can set up a consistent and smart investing strategy. Contact me today at 580-832-1106. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
And we're back. Blue Devils set to receive the kick. 12 men suited up tonight for the Blue Devils, and it's going to be a long, hard day's work for them, but they're giving it what they got against they're overmatched here. They have one guy on the sideline not playing. Kick straight down the left side of the field. Oh, it got past him. He's got to jump on it quickly, and he does. Ball got past both the return men on the bounce. Nobody brought their shortstop glove out there. And Blue Devils recover at the 19 and a half, almost the 19. Looking at the side judge over here, trying to see where the left foot is. That's where he's spotting it.
Well, it's good coverage by the Blue Devils. Lisa knew to get on the ball and stop it from going anywhere. So
Blue Devils send, let's see, breaking the huddle. Looks like 3 coming to the left, 1 wide right. Middendorf taking the snaps tonight at quarterback. He is coupled with Bartlett. Hand off to the right. Finds a little bit of a seam, possibly back to the line of scrimmage. Pretty close. Brings up second down and long.
Late handoff, too, but Middendorf did a good job handing it off to Bartlett. So
brings up second down and looks like the same. He looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage. 1 wide to the left for the Blue Devils. One of the offensive linemen talking something over with the quarterback. Middendorf in the gun with Bartlett. 2 wide to the right, 1 wide left for the Blue Devils. Snap. Fielded cleanly. Rolling to his right. Got a little bit of room on the edge. Steps out of bounds. Looks like about a 3 or 4 yard loss. He threw the ball back just a little too hard to the referee. Referee looked like he was playing dodgeball. That guy one came flying at him.
Said, I don't want that ball either, son.
All right, Blue Devils looking at 3rd and 13. You know, if it's me, I'm going to take my left guy in and throw it to this wide side of the field. Just that way he's throwing in the single coverage. 3 wide to the right. 1 in motion now. Coming over to the left side of the field. Looking to throw. Passes down the right side of the field. Just kind of threw that one out there so he didn't get his head taken off. Not any receivers in the vicinity, and that'll bring up 4th and long for the Blue Devils. Won't be too much rotating. Matter of fact, it'll be between Jacob Vela rotating in, and he's been rotating in with Jaden Moncrief every so many plays.
Just got to stay warm, no problem. So.
Punt formation for the Blue Devils. Woo, that was a high, hot snap. He gets the kickoff low, and it takes a Blue Devil bounce, fielded at the 50. Blue Devils let him out the left side, and there comes a flag. There's going to be a block in the back. That's why he wasn't able to break down good enough to make that tackle. And I imagine they're going to get the ball back around the 50. That flag's thrown around the 30, 35-yard line. And that's going to be a 10-yard spot foul if it's a block in the back. So he's gonna get this around, block in the back against the Warriors. Flag is on the 36-yard line. And that'll go, they will mark it off from where the flag is. Let's see if we can talk them into, let's see, there's 5 yards. There's 10 yards. Can we get another 5 out of that, Mr. Official? No, he's only going to give us 10 yards. You know, maybe if we gave him like a Dr. Pepper or something, he'd give us another 5 yards on that play. Warriors take over at the Blue Devil 46. 4:26 to go in the first quarter. Blue Devils trail this one 24-0 already. 2 wide to the right, single setback behind the quarterback in the gun. Bad snap, but he was able to still get it handed off, and that play stayed on track. Rumbles ahead to about the 40. He'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Warriors. That was, when things are going your way for a game, when the opposing team shows up with 12 players and a fumble bounces right into your running back's hands in stride. 2 wide to the right, single setback in the gun with the quarterback. Handoff straight off the left side again. Finds a little bit of a seam and is finally brought down around the 30. I'm watching the side judge on this side. It is a 30. It'll be 1st and 10 Warriors on the Blue Devil 30-yard line, moving towards the end zone.
Said move the chains.
Move the chains. Warriors shuttle their plays in from the sideline. It looked like it was homecoming when we showed up here.
It
at least
is, yes.
It's homecoming.
They had the biggest homecoming lineup of candidates we've ever seen.
Too wide to the right, single setback in the gun with the quarterback. Looking to pass, first pass of the night, throwing wide and deep, and he's open. Touchdown. That was a mismatch all the way. The slot was covered by a linebacker, and the slot is really fast and really athletic. That's a touchdown for the Warriors, 30-0 at the 3.5 minute mark of the first quarter.
And the receiver turned around and slid backwards. And still caught the pass and went to the end zone.
3:43 to go in the first quarter. Rotating players in now. Going for two. Wide out to the left. Blue Devils move in a little bit of confusion. Quarterback in the gun, single setback behind him. Flag on the play. And we're probably going to get a false start.
Going to blow it dead. There no play, so they'll just wait and redo this. Maybe move them back 5 yards.
Back them up.
Yep.
I didn't see what he called. He's got a dead ball foul, false start. Back them up 5 yards to about the 8. That'll be bring up, it's still a 2-point conversion. Tells them to wind the clock.
There's no clock on your extra point, though.
Well, the play clock.
Oh, okay.
Play clock. Winding the play clock.
You got to get that there.
Yeah.
30-second clock or 40 seconds.
Well, on the 2-point conversion, it's 25 seconds.
25, yeah.
And during just a regular course of play, as soon as the ball is spotted, they have 40 seconds to snap the ball. One wide to the left, single setback in the gun behind the quarterback, looking to throw all the way. Just threw it wide to the outside, and it is good. And 3:43 to go in the first quarter. Blue Devils trail this one 32-0. You're listening to 106.9 FM. Watching it on Facebook, 107 The Zone.
Equity Bank of Cordell is staffed by familiar faces, people who know you and care about their community. Equity Bank never forgets it's your money. That's why Equity Bank's team works hard to help families and businesses in western Oklahoma with all their banking needs through rewarding and challenging times. Equity Bank of Cordell, building relationships that last.
Evans Drug in Cordell has served Cordell and Washita County for over 50 years. Owner Jimmy Evans and daughter Farron and son Brandon are pharmacists that will take care of all your prescriptions and your over-the-counter needs. Evans Drug also has lots of gift ideas. Just a few include fragrances, jewelry, greeting cards, and now Evans Drug offers wedding registry and baby registry. Trust me, it is the only drugstore you're ever going to need. Come see Jimmy Evans and staff at Evans Drug in Cordell.
And we're back. 3:43 to go in the first quarter. It's been all Apache early and often. They lead this one 32-0. Blue Devils suited up 12 guys tonight, and they're rotating two guys on and off the field. So everybody's on the field for the duration. And here is the kickoff. Side of the field. Blue Devils field it cleanly. Trying to find the lane, and boy, it's just stacking them up right there at the 32-yard line. First and 10, Blue Devils from there. Blue Devils haven't had much of an offensive showing. Aiden Middendorf is at quarterback tonight, but this is his first game back all season from injury, and he's not naturally a quarterback. He's normally a defensive back / receiver, so that's absolutely not his normal position. Starting quarterback Danny Corbin out injured. A couple of starting linemen out injured. Another running back / linebacker out injured. 3 wide to the left, 1 wide right. Handoff coming to the left, trying to create a seam, and nothing doing there. That one held up at the line of scrimmage. No loss on the play. Gets right back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 for the Blue Devils.
What you see out of these Blue Devils, though, is they're willing to play any position coach needs them to, whenever, wherever you need it, we'll do it, Coach. So you got to say thank you to the Coach Cody Gilmer, Vaughn Blankenship, and Buddy Holman. Mm-hmm. They're willing to play and do whatever it takes here. So
Blue Devils break the huddle. 3 go wide to the right, 1 wide left. Middendorf taking the snaps. Barton back there with him. There's the snap. Good snap. Handoff to the right side. Got a little bit of a seam. Tucks it up inside. Couple of positive yards on the play, although I think they gave him a poor spot. They're going to give him about a yard gain. It looked like he got about 2 to me. I think he got a bad spot, but I'm hometown radio. 2:38 to go in the first quarter. Blue Devils break the huddle. 2 wide to the right. 1 wide left. 3 wide to the right. Fake the handoff, and he fumbles the football and just falls on it. He was in the fake of the handoff. He fumbled the football in the exchange and fell on it for a couple yards loss. 4th and long for the Blue Devils.
But what was good, he knew it was on the ground, and he did what he had to do, and he covered it up immediately.
Got to get on it. That could have gone from bad to worse. Caden Rivera's had a good night punting so far. Good snap. There's the kick up. He alligator armed it a little bit there because there was a man coming in. And down at the 42, he pulled his leg back on that one to keep from getting hit. 1st and 10 for the Warriors from the Blue Devil 42-yard line.
Short field for Apache right here, so.
All right, we have 1:44 to go in the first quarter. Apache breaks the huddle, sends 2 wide to the right. Single setback behind the quarterback in the gun. Slot left. And here's the snap, handing off straight to the left side. He bounces to the outside, breaks the tackle, cuts it back inside, brought down by the pursuit after about a 4. They're going to give him about 6 on the play, about a 6-yard play, maybe 7. 2nd down and 3. We've had a defender back there to turn that play inside, but nobody from either end has been able to bring that down behind the line. We're engaging it behind the line, but he's breaking tackles to the inside. 2 go wide to the right. Quarterback in the gun, slot left, single setback behind the quarterback, hands off to the left side again, right off a seam, and he is down deep into the secondary, tackled on the far side at the 21-yard line of the Blue Devils, and he'll have 1st and 10 from the 21.
I think this Aiden Middendorf made that tackle. He made a monster tackle over there. That's a good tackle.
There was good collision out there, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
2 wide to the right, same formation. They just keep flipping to 2 wide outs. Hand off to the right side this time. Oh, and then there we go. They stack it up to the outside and bring him down for a loss on the play. Finally able to make that tackle. And we got one slow getting up, and we can't afford that slow getting up. And he's walking it off, it looks like. 2nd down and 11. Looks like he got stepped on.
Well, you got your cheerleaders got the rain gear on, so they're gonna. It's cool night. It's not cold. It's cool, and maybe a little bit of a sprinkle down here at Apache.
I'm not sure how much it's raining. I think they're just showing off the new gear. What do you think? Haven't worn the rain gear all year. Got to break out the new gear.
And that's the end of the first period of play with Apache leading 32-0. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening to Blue Devil Football right here on 107 The Zone.
At First National Bank and Trust in Cordell, we believe in the strength of community support and working hand in hand to make a difference. We also believe in supporting the efforts of our kids. That's the reason we're proud to support the Cordell Blue Devils. The First National Bank and Trust of Cordell wants to wish the Cordell Blue Devils great success. We're real proud of you. Come by and visit with us anytime at First National Bank and Trust, 120 South Market in Cordell.
Hey Blue Devil fans, I'm Mike Reimer with Mike's Meats in Cordell. I have a great selection of fresh cut steaks, roast, pork, and chicken. Meat packs for every budget and fresh ground beef every day. Bring your ice chest. The quality of meat and prices are worth the trip. I am a meat and more store. Besides excellent meat, we offer seasonings, kitchen gifts, and my beef jerky chips make a great snack. I'm located at 107 North Market Street, right across from the courthouse in Cordell.
We're back here at the end of the break. A few scores to go over with you. I'm scrolling back up here. Thomas trailing Texoma 13-0. Mangum up on Hobart 12-0. Minko and Christian Heritage tied. Burns Flat up 16-6 on Merritt. Rush Springs trailing Wayne 8-6. I'm just going down Class A scores. Cashing up on Watonga 13-0. Apache has the ball, 1st and 10 from their the Blue Devil 21. Snaps it, runs it to the right, has the seam, turns him inside and drags him down after about a 5-yard gain. Looks like he'll get down to about the 15. Again, we're going to get a 6-yard gain. Third down, and looks like 4. Blue Devils push the Warriors to their first third down of the night. Just been that kind of night so far. 2 go wide to the right, single setback in the gun behind the quarterback. Slot to the left. Blue Devils adjust their defense, running linebacker blitz right in that hole, double team blocked, and he is, I can't tell if he fell into the end zone or not, just short.
Nope.
Just short. Side judge marking him just short. I tell you what, he's got white on his jersey. he hit the goal line, but after a knee went down or something. Winding the clock, he's keeping the clock running. 11 to go in the half. Blue Devils trail this one 32-0. Apache comes out of the huddle, 2 wide to the right. Slot left, single setback behind the quarterback in the gun. And this one's going straight off tackle. There it is. Preby there on the play, but not until he crosses the line of scrimmage. Touchdown, Warriors. Going for 2. They've been going for 2 all night. I don't think they have a kicker. I can remember my oldest boy's senior year. They had a kicker and a half. Oh, my goodness. 2 wide to the right. Single setback in the gun behind the quarterback. Handoff straight off tackle. Met in the hole and stacked up. No good. Tucker Preby stands up right on the goal line and shuts that one down. So 2-point try, no good. 38-0. 10:42 to go in the half. Good defense there by the Blue Devils. We'll stick it out here for a minute.
Wait, what's tomorrow, Mike?
Tomorrow, is that Sleep In Saturday?
Only till 7 o'clock.
Only till 7.
Go get pumpkin pancakes.
What's going on at 7 o'clock?
Pumpkin pancakes.
Pumpkin pancakes.
Yep, we're going to have Pumpkin Festival downtown Cordell.
Pumpkin Festival downtown Cordell.
You said you don't like them. I love the pumpkin pancakes. From 7 to 9, they're good.
I'm not a pumpkin guy. That's just not how I roll. See, I eat pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving, but only.
They'll give you regular pancakes in. So you
okay,
can have
well, might
choice,
do that.
So,
I eat pumpkin pie, but only if I can put the whole thing in a bowl of Cool Whip.
Well,
that way all we taste is the Cool Whip.
Whatever floats your boat here, then. So.
Well, I don't want the pie floating. I want it covered in the Cool Whip.
Okay. Just don't put too much Cool Whip in there, or else it might float up on you then.
Yeah, there we go. Blue Devils come out to receive the kick. Warriors up big in this one early.
This supersedes last week's score already.
It does.
Mm-hmm. But you had a few more players in uniform for the Blue Devils.
Kick short to the left, right out of bounds, fielded by the coach. Good catch, Coach. And that's going to go out of bounds, and they've got him marked out at the 36. And that should be the spot of the football. If it goes out of bounds inside the 35-yard line, you get the spot at the 35. If it goes out before,
he's going to move 5-yard penalty.
He's going to move it up. Yeah, we're going to move it up.
41-yard line. Okay, good field position.
All right, then. 3 wide to the right for the Blue Devils. 1 wide left. J.D. Maddox on the far left side. There's the snap. Middendorf takes the snap. Throwing deep left, and it's going to be short. He tries to fight his way back, but that ball was well short. Probably slipped out of his hands because the way that flew out of there, that wasn't how he normally throws a football. So first, it'll be 2nd down and 10 after the first down incompletion for the Blue Devils.
Because he got a gun. He can launch it if he needs to. So
yeah, I think that one just slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, he's getting rid of it quickly, but he doesn't have a lot of time, so he had to move it quick. So move the ball. Let's go down to the end zone here.
3 wide to the right, 1 wide left for the Blue Devils. Safety rolled over to the top of the left side. Handoff to the right. Fumble. Ball goes on the ground. Running back tries to pick it up, but he is brought down as he's picking it up. Tackled for a loss on the play, about 4-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down. down markers running behind, but I like he's got second down. Clock
they'll catch up.
has third down.
But Dayton Bartlett, he didn't fumble it. He had it ripped out of his hand, so he made a good effort to get back and get on the ball back there. So good effort to cover it up. So.
One wide to the left, two wide right. Middendorf taking the snap. Barton back there with him offset to the right. There's the snap, looking to throw. Steps out underneath coverage and is brought down. He was blitzed and lost protection. He was able to get through that first wave. That second wave got him at the 37-yard line. Be fourth down from there for the Blue Devils.
Might be punt time again.
Rivera back to punt. Again, he's had a pretty decent night considering they've tried to take his head off a time or two. And he's had to deal with some bad snaps. Oh, that ball sailed 15 yards behind him. He's going to fall on it at the
6.
The 6. And that's where, as a kicker, if it's that far back, if it's that far back, you go ahead and kick it out of the back of the end zone. That way it's 2 points. Because you give them the ball on the 6-yard line, they have a chance to get 8 points.
Very, very short field in. 8:55 to go in the first half.
That ball went at least 7 yards over the top of his head. He had no chance of fielding that one. That one is in no way on Caden. And again with the slippery football, a little bit of sprinkles out there. 2 go wide to the left. Single setback in the gun behind the quarterback. There's the snap, handoff straight between the guards. And he is stacked up short of the goal line. No, he's short.
One hand up.
One hand up, not 2 hands up. One hand up. Linebackers getting to the football just beyond the line of scrimmage. It looks like he made it down to about the 4, about a 2-yard gain. 2nd and goal for the Warriors. Warriors break the huddle. 2 trot off to the left, wide left. Slot to the right. Single setback in the gun. Handoff right to the right side. Extra blocker over there. Wide hole. Hit as he goes into the end zone, but touchdown nevertheless.
So just run that same play, and it worked this time. But clock is running. That's okay.
7:49 to go in the half. Blue Devils trail this one 44-0. Apache going for 2. And you might ask, well, why are they going for 2 if they're up so big? Well, we've watched their kicking game, and it's not so good. So they probably don't kick too often. Good tackle off to the left side. Good collision. Number 55 on the tackle for the Blue Devils at 2-point conversion. No good. Alex Kennedy on the tackle. You're listening to 106.9 FM, 107 The Zone. We'll be right back.
Folks, we have some new and pre-owned units on our lot right now at Wheeler Ford in Cordell. So if you need a new Ford or a pre-owned Ford, best deal is at Wheeler Ford. You can count on that. See Tom or David? And if we don't have what you want, if one's available, we'll find it. We want your business. We'll do what it takes to earn and keep your business. And our service department is always ready to serve you with friendly, efficient service. So come see us at Wheeler Ford in Cordell.
At Great Plains Bank, we're in the business of making your life easier, and we understand how tough it can be to strike the right balance between security and opportunity when rates are on the rise. With our new variable rate CD tied to Wall Street Journal Prime, you can have the best of both worlds. You get the security of a CD without the stress of worrying about market timing. And with rate floors, you get the upside without the risk. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at gpbankok.com. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, we're back. Blue Devils trail this one. 7:36 to go in the half. Trail this one 44-0. Apache back to kick. Blue Devils back to receive. Last time the kickoff ended up in a procedure penalty against the Warriors. Kick deep to the left. Ball bounces. Maddox fields it off the hop. Finds him a little bit of a lane to the outsides. Got some yards. A good best-looking play of the night. Brought down at the 40-yard line, it looks like.
Good return.
Good return on the
side,
play.
yeah.
Best return of the night. And he fielded that one somewhere around the 20, about a 20-yard return. Blue Devil 1st and 10 from the 40. And he's trying to figure out where he's going to spot them. Well, he spotted that as far. He kept walking. 7:19 to go in the half. 3 come wide to the right. 1 wide left. Maddox off to the left. That's where I'd throw the football, give him a fighting chance at it. Safety is rolled over to the top this side, so it'd be one-on-one coverage. There it is. He's looking left all the way. Throws left slant. Maddox with the catch. About a 7.5, 8-yard gain. I'm going to give him 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3.
And you see your quarterback do something good. He looked right where he had 3 receivers, threw it back left because he knew he'd be there and hit him in stride. Good catch, good ball movement for the Blue Devils.
Best play, offensive play of the night for the Blue Devils. 3 wide to the right, 1 wide left. Handoff coming to the right side. Looks like he's cut back up and ball hit the ground. He fumbled. He ran into his own blocker. The blocker was trying to come back to get the man off of his back and hit his own guy. And that's a turnover, and it'll be 1st down. Apache heading the other direction at the Blue Devil 45. 6:18 to go in the half. And again, these guys, a lot of these guys playing out of position tonight because the guys who normally play those positions are on the sideline injured.
Walking wounded down there. So.
About the only thing we don't have down there is a handicap ramp. I mean, we've got guys just beat up and dinged up. Some of them fresh off crutches, some of them fresh off surgery. One that was concussed. So it's kind of been a rough go over the last several weeks. 2 wide to the left, and here comes that should be a huddle violation. You can't bring them in off the sideline like that. But if it stops the clock, we are not in favor of it. Handoff straight up the middle, and he is brought down after a short gain. Looks like he got about 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. 5:30 to go in the half. Blue Devils trailing 44-0. And again, just looking down at the line, I see starting nose guard and starting center, starting tackle, defensive tackle, starting offensive tackle. Both of those are one guy each. Starting quarterback injured, starting running back injured. And it's just been a rough go. The 11 that are on the field are giving everything they got tonight. It's just gonna take a lot from them. A lot of young guys on the field that haven't played much football. Blue Devils break the defensive huddle. 2 wide to the right, handoff to the running back. He bounces to the outside. There's a flag on the play. That's one will most likely be coming back. He's tough to tackle. Number 2 from the Warriors makes a good run out of it. Keegan Caratini is what I have. 6 foot, 160-pound. And we have a false start, and it was all for nothing. It'll still look good on a highlight reel, but it didn't count.
Made a good move, good run, but that's just good exercise.
So going to be a spot foul. And they are going to back them up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. No, it's a false start, so it's 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. Bring up 2nd down, and we'll call it a skinny 13. Or a fat 12, whichever one. Give you options tonight. 2 wide to the right, single setback in the gun behind the quarterback. Same play to the outside, and he is brought down. Ball's on the ground, and again, it's your night.
It rolled right to one of the
It was like
players.
A magnet. Like a magnet.
He was standing out to be a blocker, and the ball hit him in the knee.
Yeah.
Said, I better pick that one up. Coach will like me if I pick that up.
3rd and long. Blue Devils with a chance to get the Warriors off of the field. For the first time tonight. It will be the first defensive stop if they're able to. Now, given everything they have out there, there's just not many of them being able to do it. One suited-up guy on the sideline. And I'm having a hard time finding him. Where'd he go?
He's hiding. He's back over here by the left side, down by the 32.
There he goes.
Marker.
There he goes. He's down there. 3rd down and 8 for the Warriors. Blue Devils show blitz, back out of it. Got some hands on him, stack him up, and he is brought down. That's going to be awful close. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to mark it 4th down. It's going to be 4th and short for the Warriors. 4th and 1. It looks like they are going to try to go for it. up 44-0, going for it on 4th and 1. 2:35 to go in the half. They may let the clock wind down and then try to punt.
No, they'll go for it. I promise you. I promise you. They're not going to punt right here.
Now, they are letting the clock wind, so I'm wondering if they're going to call timeout after they get the clock wound down pretty good.
Play clock's on 15. Now they break the huddle. No problem.
Would surprise me if these are some backup players. These are some backup wideouts. First time we've seen them tonight. Off tackle, had a seam, breaks some tackles downfield. Finally brought to the ground at the 22-yard line. We're starting to see some of the second-tier team from Apache on the field. Different set of wideouts on that play, and the big difference is the starting wideouts were really athletic. Here come two more guys. Looks like the backup's back up. Come off the bench.
Down to about the 22-yard line.
1:25 to go in the half. Two wide to the left. Single setback in the gun behind the quarterback. New quarterback. Nobody's lined up right, and everybody's moving. There's a flag.
I saw motion over here, so yeah.
Yeah. The slot guy didn't quite know where he was supposed to be. And
he said, Coach, am I on the line of scrimmage or I'm off? You're 2 steps off.
You're 2 steps off. You're the slot. Mr. Official trying to explain to him what he did wrong. They back him up 5 yards. Brings up 1st and 15 for the Warriors. 50 seconds left in the half.
And the clock is
a-rolling. 2 wide to the left. Same 2 guys. Looking to the side judge for affirmation. Am I in the right spot? Hand off to the running back. Still got some movement on the line. He busts through the line. Athletic running back brought down. There's a block in the back or a hold where he throws the flag. Let's see what they're going to get here. Could be a face mask also.
It's all coming back now. So.
Yeah, he's marking this one off. So they're backing her up. Let's see how far they go back here. If it was a hold, it's a spot foul. So from the spot of the foul, they back him up. They're still going to get positive yardage on the play.
At the 31.
At the 31.
Yeah.
So 12 seconds to go in the half. I think that was the last play. 7, that's going to be the last play of the half. At halftime, Apache 44, Blue Devils 0. Blue Devils playing shorthanded tonight. You're listening to 106.9 FM, 107 The Zone. We'll be back after half.
Ray and Martha's Funeral Homes now have 6 locations in southwest Oklahoma to serve you. They're in Hobart, Mountain View, Carnegie, Anadarko, Cordell, and Sentinel. A family serving families. Available anytime you need them. Ask about transferring a policy from another funeral home. They'll take care of everything. And they're proud to support area young people and sponsor ball game broadcasts. Larry and Kim Eshitai, Ray and Martha's Funeral Homes. You can count on them and your time of need. RayandMarthas.com.
Everything you need and expect from a convenience store is always right here, waiting for you at the Right Here C-Store in Cordell. Fuel, food, more drinks, more seats, more hours, and where Subway is open until 11 and our grill is open till 10. It's always quick and convenient when you make a stop at the Right Here C-Store in Cordell. How about a car wash? Our automatic car wash bay is quick and convenient too. Come see us at the Right Here C-Store, where we're proud to support the Cordell Blue Devils.
Western Technology Center provides Western Oklahoma with an affordable education option. All 23 full-time programs provide industry-certified training. Students receive hands-on training experience and job placement assistance. For more information, call 580-562-3181 or visit WTC online at westtech.edu.
Bank 360 started as a community bank, and even though they are growing, handling the daily banking needs of friends and neighbors is central to everything they do. When it comes time for you to take on bigger and better challenges, Bank 360 is there with all your personal and commercial lending needs. And add in the convenience of on-the-go online banking. Here for your banking needs with 2 locations to serve you in Cordell and now Clinton. Bank 360, here for your banking needs.
CK Energy makes every customer an owner of the business. Unlike other electric utilities, CK Energy exists to make sure your needs are always met, not to make a profit. And since CK Energy is locally owned and operated, CK Energy is always there with you, reinvesting in your community. That's why in an electric cooperative, the people have the power. Committed to our members and the communities we serve, that's part of the CK Energy commitment.
CK Energy, we light up your life.
Friends, you'll find a store full of quality gift ideas at Cordell TV, Appliance, and Furniture in Cordell. Appliances and TVs from LG, Frigidaire, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Speed Queen, Best, Catnapper, Bassett, and Ashley Furniture. Bedding from Serta. Now listen, we service everything we sell, and we promise always the lowest possible prices and the absolute best service. Thanks so much for your friendship and your business. Cordell TV, Appliance, and Furniture. It's somewhere in Cordell.
Clinic Pharmacy of Cordell, a hometown family-owned and operated business, providing super quick and friendly service to Cordell and surrounding communities. Small enough to know you, big enough to serve your every need. Stop by to meet Chris and the Clinic Pharmacy staff, where our family knows yours.
When hometown football approaches, that's when hometown shines. Bring out those hot cocoa thermoses. Bring on the team colors, shirts, and spirit. We'll be right here with you, cheering our home teams on to victory. Because nobody does hometown in Western Oklahoma like Bank of Western Oklahoma. Come bank with us. Weatherford, Cordell, Gary, Elk City, Viside, Woodward, where people come first. Online at bankofwesternoklahoma.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Corn Heritage Village and Rehab of Corn and Weatherford, Oklahoma provides skilled nursing, rehab, long-term facilities, are known for their reputation and are the industry leaders in all of Western Oklahoma. So if your loved one needs rehab, nursing home, or dementia care, give them a call, 580-343-2295, 343-2295, or visit them on the web at cornheritage.org and find them on Facebook.
If you started college but haven't finished, you may feel like your story is already written. Remember, you're the author, and where your story goes from here is up to you. Finish your degree with Reach Higher at Western Oklahoma State College. Reach Higher can put you on a program path designed to help you earn your associate degree from Western. Start writing your next chapter today. Visit wosc.edu/reach to find out how. Reach Higher with Western Oklahoma State College. Call 580-477-7742.
Do you move to the sidelines when stocks are predicted to drop? Are you waiting for some of today's uncertainties to be resolved before you invest? Hi, I'm Phil Cleaver, your Cordell area Edward Jones financial advisor. The problem with trying to time the market is you miss some of the best days in the market. The truth is, attempting to time the market has historically reduced investor returns rather than raised them. A good financial advisor can set up a consistent and smart investing strategy. Contact me today at 580-832-1106. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Equity Bank of Cordell is staffed by familiar faces, people who know you and care about their community. Equity Bank never forgets it's your money. That's why Equity Bank's team works hard to help families and businesses in Western Oklahoma with all their banking needs through rewarding and challenging times. Equity Bank of Cordell, building relationships that last.
Evetts Drug in Cordell has served Cordell and Ouachita County for over 50 years. Owner Jimmy Evetts and daughter Farron and son Brandon are pharmacists that will take care of all your prescriptions and your over-the-counter needs. Evetts Drug also has lots of gift ideas. Just a few include fragrances, jewelry, greeting cards, and now Evetts Drug offers wedding registry and baby registry. Trust me, it is the only drugstore you're Evetts and staff at Evetts Drug in Cordell.
At First National Bank and Trust in Cordell, we believe in the strength of community support and working hand in hand to make a difference. We also believe in supporting the efforts of our kids. That's the reason we're proud to support the Cordell Blue Devils. The First National Bank and Trust of Cordell wants to wish the Cordell Blue Devils great success. We're real proud of you. Come by and visit with us anytime at First National Bank and Trust, 120 South Market in Cordell.
Hey Blue Devil fans, I'm Mike Reimer with Mike's Meats in Cordell. I have a great selection of fresh cut steaks, roast, pork, and chicken, meat packs for every budget, and fresh ground beef every day. Bring your ice chest. The quality of meat and prices are worth the trip. I am a meat and more store. Besides excellent meat, we offer seasonings, kitchen gifts, and my beef jerky chips make a great snack. I'm located at 107 North Market Street, right across from the courthouse in Cordell.
Folks, we have some new and pre-owned units on our lot right now at Wheeler Ford in Cordell. So if you need a new Ford or a pre-owned Ford, best deal is at Wheeler Ford. You can count on that. See Tom or David? And if we don't have what you want, if one's available, we'll find it. We want your business. We'll do what it takes to earn and keep your business. And our service department is always ready to serve you with friendly, efficient service. So come see us at Wheeler Ford in Cordell.
At Great Plains Bank, we're in the business of making your life easier, and we understand how tough it can be to strike the right balance between security and opportunity when rates are on the rise. With our new variable rate CD tied to Wall Street Journal Prime, you can have the best of both worlds. You get the security of a CD without the stress of worrying about market timing. And with rate floors, you get the upside without the risk. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at gpbankok.com. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ray and Martha's Funeral Homes now have 6 locations in southwest Oklahoma to serve you. They're in Hobart, Mountain View, Carnegie, Anadarko, Cordell, and Sentinel. A family serving families. Available anytime you need them. Ask about transferring a policy from another funeral home. They'll take care of everything. And they're proud to support area young people and sponsor ball game broadcasts. Larry and Kim Eshatai, Ray and Martha's Funeral Homes. You can count on them and your time of need. RayandMarthas.com.
Everything you need and expect from a convenience store is always right here, waiting for you at the Right Here C-Store in Cordell. Fuel, food, more drinks, more seats, more hours, and where Subway is open until 11 and our grill is open till 10. It's always quick and convenient when you make a stop at the Right Here C-Store in Cordell. How about a car wash? Our automatic car wash bay is quick and convenient too. Come see us at the Right Here C-Store, where we're proud to support the Cordell Blue Devils.
Western Technology Center provides Western Oklahoma with an affordable education option. All 23 full-time programs provide industry-certified training. Students receive hands-on training experience and job placement assistance. For more information, call 580-562-3181 or visit WTC online at westtech.edu.
Bank 360 started as a community bank, and even though they are growing, handling the daily banking needs of friends and neighbors is central to everything they do. When it comes time for you to take on bigger and better challenges, Bank 360 is there with all your personal and commercial lending needs. And add in the convenience of on-the-go online banking. Here for your banking needs with 2 locations to serve you in Cordell and now Clinton. Bank 360, here for your banking needs.
CK Energy makes every customer an owner of the business. Unlike other electric utilities, CK Energy exists to make sure your needs are always met, not to make a profit. And since CK Energy is locally owned and operated, CK Energy is always there with you, reinvesting in your community. That's why in an electric cooperative, the people have the power. Committed to our members and the communities we serve, that's part of the CK Energy commitment.
CK Energy, we light up your life.
Friends, you'll find a store full of quality gift ideas at Cordell TV Appliance and Furniture in Cordell. Appliances and TVs from LG, Frigidaire, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Speed Queen, Best, Catnapper, Bassett and Ashley Furniture, bedding from Serta. Now listen, we service everything we sell and we promise always the lowest possible prices and the absolute best service. Thanks so much for your friendship and your business. Cordell TV Appliance and Furniture. It's somewhere in Cordell.
Clinic Pharmacy of Cordell, a hometown family-owned and operated business, providing super quick and friendly service to Cordell and surrounding communities. Small enough to know you, big enough to serve your every need. Stop by to meet Chris and the Clinic Pharmacy staff, where our family knows yours.
When hometown football approaches, that's when hometown shines. Bring out those hot cocoa thermoses. Bring on the team colors, shirts, and spirit. We'll be right here with you cheering our home teams on to victory, because nobody does hometown in Western Oklahoma like Bank of Western Oklahoma. Come bank with us. Weatherford, Cordell, Gary, Elk City, Viside, Woodward, where people come first. Online at bankofwesternoklahoma.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Corn Heritage Village and Rehab of Corn and Weatherford, Oklahoma provides skilled nursing, rehab, long-term care, and memory care services. Corn Heritage Village facilities are known for their reputation and are the industry leaders in all of Western Oklahoma. So if your loved one needs rehab, nursing home, or dementia care, give them a call, 580-343-2295, 343-2295, or visit them on the web at cornheritage.org and find them on Facebook.
If you started college but haven't finished, you may feel like your story is already written. Remember, you're the author, and where your story goes from here is up to you. Finish your degree with Reach Higher at Western Oklahoma State College. Reach Higher can put you on a program path designed to help you earn your associate degree from Western. Start writing your next chapter today. Visit wosc.edu/reach to find out how. Reach Higher with Western Oklahoma State College. Call 580-477-7742.
Do you move to the sidelines when stocks are predicted to drop? Are you waiting for some of today's uncertainties to be resolved before you invest? Hi, I'm Phil Cleaver, your Cordell area Edward Jones financial advisor. The problem with trying to time the market is you miss some of the best days in the market. The truth is, attempting to time the market has historically reduced investor returns rather than raised them. A good financial advisor can set up a consistent and smart investing strategy. Contact me today at 580-832-1106. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Equity Bank of Cordell is staffed by familiar faces, people who know you and care about their community. Equity Bank never forgets it's your money. That's why Equity Bank's team works hard to help families and businesses in Western Oklahoma with all their banking needs through rewarding and challenging times. Equity Bank of Cordell, building relationships that last.
Evans Drug in Cordell has served Cordell and Washita County for over 50 years. Owner Jimmy Evans and daughter Farron and son Brandon are pharmacists that will take care of all your prescriptions and your over-the-counter needs. Evans Drug also has lots of gift ideas. Just a few include fragrances, jewelry, greeting cards, and now Evans Drug offers wedding registry and baby registry. Trust me, it is the only drugstore you're ever going to need. Come see Jimmy Evans and staff at Evans Drug in Cordell.
At First National Bank and Trust in Cordell, we believe in the strength of community support and working hand in hand to make a difference. We also believe in supporting the efforts of our kids. That's the reason we're proud to support the Cordell Blue Devils. The First National Bank and Trust of Cordell wants to wish the Cordell Blue Devils great success. We're real proud of you. Come by and visit with us anytime at First National Bank and Trust, 120 South Market in Cordell.
Hey Blue Devil fans, I'm Mike Reimer with Mike's Meats in Cordell. I have a great selection of fresh cut steaks, roast, pork, and chicken, meat packs for every budget, and fresh ground beef every day. Bring your ice chest. The quality of meat and prices are worth the trip. I am a meat and more store. Besides excellent meat, we offer seasonings, kitchen gifts, and my beef jerky chips make a great snack. I'm located at 107 North Market Street, right across from the courthouse in Cordell.
Folks, we have some new and pre-owned units on our lot right now at Wheeler Ford in Cordell. So if you need a new Ford or a pre-owned Ford, best deal is at Wheeler Ford. You can count on that. See Tom or David? And if we don't have what you want, if one's available, we'll find it. We want your business. We'll do what it takes to earn and keep your business. And our service department is always ready to serve you with friendly, efficient service. So come see us at Wheeler Ford in Cordell.
At Great Plains Bank, we're in the business of making your life easier, and we understand how tough it can be to strike the right balance between security and opportunity when rates are on the rise. With our new variable rate CD tied to Wall Street Journal Prime, you can have the best of both worlds. You get the security of a CD without the stress of worrying about market timing. And with rate floors, you get the upside without the risk. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at gpbankok.com. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And we're back. Halftime is now complete. Apache up 44-0. coming into the third quarter. We will get a continuous clock for throughout the remainder of the game. Blue Devils suited up 12 guys in case you've missed it. Suited up 12 players, giving everything they got. They just don't have a lot left to give with when you only have 12 guys ready to play.
These 12 are giving everything they've got. They're doing a super job being shorthanded. So
I counted up 4 two-way starters out for this game. That's basically 8 starters, 8 of your 22 starters out of this ball game, including a starting running back and a starting quarterback.
They didn't even have the captains meet for second half right here. They said, get up here. Apache's going to kick off from their own 40. Get the Cordell crew out here. We're ready to play ball now.
Blue Devils won the toss but deferred to the second half. A little bit of a spunk coming out of the locker room. Everybody hustling around, running around. Just trying to play with great effort the remainder of the ball game. It's been short kickoffs all night. Most of them, he's tried to angle them around the out of bounds, and he's got a penalty or 2 for doing so. But they've been landing about the 35. There's another angle kick, and it's fielded and fallen on by Tucker Preby. Good heads up out there. I don't think that was intentional.
Well, when everybody's running down the field, then they all turn and look right going, what happened here? So.
Yeah, the coverage outran the football, and Tucker Preby falls on it. On the Blue Devil 45, best starting position, field position of the night for the Blue Devils. 3 come wide to the right, 1 wide left. Newly returned Aiden Middendorf taking snaps at quarterback tonight. Running back is Barton next to him. There's the snap. Good snap. Fake the handoff, and there's 3 Warriors right there on top of him. They faked the handoff, and off the edge came 2 defenders. He cut it back to the middle, and there was a linebacker waiting there on him. Short loss on the play.
Said, whoops, good fake. Just ball's going nowhere right there. So.
Good fake. There's still just people there. Ball on the 42-yard line, second down and a long 12 for the Blue Devils. 2 wide to the right. 3 wide to the right, 1 wide left. Middendorf in the gun. Back set next to him. Hands off to the left end side as Barton somehow gets past the first wave and gets just beyond the line of scrimmage, but I'm not sure it's enough beyond the line of scrimmage to move the marker very much. Looks like he fell forward a little bit to me, but the guys in the striped pajamas say otherwise. Third down and long for the Blue Devils. 3 wide to the right, 1 wide left. Run this formation most of the night. Wideouts haven't really come back to the huddle.
We got 3 wideouts, really 2 defenders on them, so some point you might have to throw it.
Slant pattern. Maddox catches it again for about a 5-yard gain, but it'll bring up 4th and long. Second time they've thrown that route tonight. Maddox has been there to receive it. 4th and 8 for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and he had 3 defenders on him to catch 3-on-1 on the far side there.
Blue Devils back to punt. The last time they were back to punt, that snap sailed so high over his head, he'd have needed a trampoline on top of a pogo stick to get that one. Rivera back to kick. There's the snap. Good snap this time. Walked into it. Line drive kick. Bounces at the 30. Takes a Blue Devil bounce toward the 25. Down to the 23 is what I'm going to say. I don't care what the clock says. Down to the 23-yard lines. The Warriors will take over on their own 23 to start the second half. 9:10 to go in the third quarter, and it looks like we've got the JV squad coming out. It's a bunch of guys that don't normally get a lot of snaps.
Clean uniforms all
the way around.
Ball's what, 23 did you say?
23 is what I got. Let's see what the clock says. Clock keeper says 24. He's a hometown clock keeper.
They gave him an extra yard.
They gave him the yard. I'm not giving him the yard. I'm going to make him earn it.
Don't tell them that, though. So.
2 wide to the left. It's going to be the same formation. A couple of guys out here a little unsure of where they need to be. 2 wide to the left, slot left. Motion to the right. Snap, quarterback keeper all the way. He's got the edge, and he's actually got some speed out there. Missed tackle on the edge. Brought down across midfield. on the Blue Devil, I think they're going to cross midfield to the Blue Devil 49. That was a quarterback run all the way. There was no fake, no anything. He got the edge and hit the Jets and got 25 yards on the play. Actually, about 27 yards on the play. Blue Devils defending from there. 7:50 to go in the third quarter. 2 wide to the right. Slot left. Quarterback in the gun. Single setback behind him. There's a snap, handoff straight up the middle. Blue Devils bounce him to the outside, and he gets away. Blue Devils read the play, missed the tackle, and missed another tackle downfield. Barton finally slings him down to the 20.
Goodness.
About
You
a
had
30
4 shots at him.
Just missed
and
him.
Finally got him stopped.
And several of the guys that missed them are guys that don't get a lot of snaps.
Right.
So, 1st and 10 from the Blue Devil 20. Rotating some guys out. 2 wide to the left. Single setback in the gun behind the quarterback. There's the snap, hands off, and Blue Devil defender number 54 wrestles him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Joe Wilson, true freshman. I don't know if he's a true freshman or not. Did he get held back in kindergarten?
No, he's true. He's a big man, gorilla.
Yeah, he wrestled him to the ground like a steer. Loss of a yard or 2 on the play. Matter of fact, looks like a loss of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 13. And, you look at our roster, we're really young. We only had, 3 seniors this year. And not very many juniors. I think we had just about as many juniors. Everybody else are sophomore and freshman. So the good thing about this year, a lot of your sophomore and freshmen get to play a lot of football this year, and that makes big gains. Hand off to the right, being held on the far side. Brought down by Tucker Preby after about a 1.5 gain, brings up 3rd and long for the Warriors. Again, when you get a lot of young guys playing early in their high school career, their freshman and sophomore year, those 11th and 12th grade years tend to turn out pretty good because they get better.
They get more years of experience out of it. They'll play on the junior high team, then they'll play on the high school team. And Monday, we have a junior high game at Cordell.
All right. 2 wide to the right, single setback in the gun, motion to the left, sweep. They turn it to the inside, and there they were. Number 73, Caden Rivera is there first. Jordan Woods is there also, turning it to the inside.
You got to love that. First time they run that play this way, and the runner stopped. He saw 3 white jerseys. He said, I ain't running into them.
He just hit the brakes. There was nowhere to go. Brings up 4th and long for the Warriors. Looking to the sideline for the play call.
26. So are they going to punt one for a change? Or
I doubt it. I bet they run that clock and then run that play.
Okay. They haven't started the play clock yet, so.
Yeah, which is
and now
odd.
they started it, so.
Yeah.
But they got the game clock running. So.
Yeah, they kept the game clock running. 2 wide to the left, single setback in the gun behind the quarterback. Here's the snap, going to hand off straight to the left, and they're reading this play now. They missed the tackle.
Mm-hmm.
They had him. They couldn't get him down, and he's still kind of stacked up there, and they finally blow the whistle. Stop forward progress. Turnover on downs. This is going to be maybe our only chance to get you. Well, no, the clock's still running. Can't get you to break with the clock running. We can get you a couple of scores possibly. In the Custer County conflict, Weatherford, surprisingly, up 15-10 on Clinton. And on down to Elk City, and Clinton played last week. And Elk City got the better of that one. Elk City up 20-14 on Cash. 3 wide to the left for the Blue Devils. Single setback in the gun. He's got the edge, turns it up. Back, good tough run. There wasn't just a ton of help he got there. But it was a good, tough run on 1st down. About 8-yard gain, 7-yard gain. 2nd down and 3 for the Blue Devils.
Out to the 32, yeah, good run.
He got turned inside, which it was designed to bounce to the outside, but the defense cut it off, and they turned him inside, but he still got solid 7 on the play.
And this could be some of your number 2s on the Apache defense right here, or 3s. So
yeah, it looks like they've got the starting safeties in the game just to keep that big play from happening. And same play to Barton to the left. This time he's drugged down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. And we have third down and 5 is what we're going to end up with. Blue Devils on the short end of this one tonight. Short-handed. Wouldn't be surprised if they had a flat tire on the way to the game. Just been that kind of ball game. 2 wide to the right for the Blue Devils. 2 wide left. First time we've seen this formation tonight. Fake the sweep. He held on to the ball. He comes out. Somehow he got out of the pressure and scrambled for a little bit and then got up near first down yardage. It's 4th down and 1 for the Blue Devils on their own 34, 35-yard line. It's hard to tell from here. That line is faded out there on that Bermuda grass that's died on them. 4th and 1 looks like they'll be going for it. 1:42 to go in the third quarter. There's a snap, handoff to the left. It looks like he's going to have enough for first down yardage. He gets the first down around the 42-yard line is where the line judge is marking. He moves the chains ahead. A couple of scoring updates for you. Burns Flat Dill City 36, Merritt 18. Fairview 35, Sayers 6. Fairland, we don't want Ringling up 29-0 on Hilton. Cashin up 41-0 on Watonga. Texhoma up 21-0 on Thomas. Tough season in Thomas. Mangum up 20-6 on Hobart. 3 wide to the right. There's he didn't have nowhere to go with the football and had to run for his life. Does a pretty good job of saving it. Gain of 5 yards. Snyder and Carnegie. Snyder's up on Carnegie 14-0. And Minko and Christian Heritage is 7-7. Rush Springs and Wayne 8-6 over Rush Springs at the moment. Walters and Empire, no updates on that score. 3 wide to the right for the Blue Devils, 1 wide left. Single setback, offset with the quarterback, running to the right, cuts it back up the middle. Good cutback, has a lane, rumbles for a first down to the Apache 44-yard line. First time tonight Blue Devils have crossed into Apache territory. 6 seconds. That'll be the last play of the third quarter. We're going to the fourth quarter. Blue Devils on the short end of this one tonight, 44-0. You're listening to 106.9 FM, 107 The Zone. We'll be right back.
Ray and Martha's Funeral Homes now have 6 locations in southwest Oklahoma to serve you. They're in Hobart, Mountain View, Carnegie, Anadarko, Cordell, and Sentinel. A family serving families. Available anytime you need them. Ask about transferring a policy from another funeral home. They'll take care of everything. And they're proud to support area young people and sponsor ball game broadcasts. Larry and Kim Eshitai, Ray and Martha's Funeral Homes. You can count on them and your time of need. RayandMarthas.com.
Everything you need and expect from a convenience store is always right here, waiting for you at the Right Here C-Store in Cordell. Fuel, food, more drinks, more seats, more hours, and where Subway is open until 11 and our grill is open till 10. It's always quick and convenient when you make a stop at the Right Here C-Store in Cordell. How about a car wash? Our automatic car wash bay is quick and convenient too. Come see us at the Right Here C-Store, where we're proud to support the Cordell Blue Devils.
Western Technology Center provides Western Oklahoma with an affordable education option. All 23 full-time programs provide industry-certified training. Students receive hands-on training experience and job placement assistance. For more information, call 580-562-3181 or visit WTConline at westtech.edu.
And we're back to begin the fourth quarter. Blue Devils driving on the 44-yard line. Handoff, fake the counter, cuts it up the middle. That's been a good spot for Bartlett tonight. cutting that in up the middle, and they probably need to blow that whistle already. Thank you, fellas. 30 down to the 39 will be second down and a short 5 on the play. Good run by Bartlett right there. A lot of second-team players in. Now over the top for, Apache, they have their starting defensive backfield, big play, and they quarterback the rest of the younger players. 3 wide to the left, single set back in the gun. Fakes the handoff. He's looking to the right, and there's nothing doing there. Tracked down from behind. He had the angle on him. Middendorf running tough, but just had nowhere to go. Ran out of real estate before he could get the edge. Back loses a few yards on the play, brings up 3rd down and 8 for the Blue Devils. Yeah, and he's not up to full speed. He's still recovering from an injury early on. 1 wide to the left for the Blue Devils. 3 go wide right. Middendorf taking the snaps from the gun. Running back offset to his left. Hands it off, running right, cuts it back up the middle. Linebacker tangles with him around the 39-yard line. It'll be 4th and 5 for the Blue Devils. Went for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. I imagine we'll see about the same thing right now. Blue Devils trying to move the football. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. 4th down and 5 for the Blue Devils. 2 come wide to the left, 2 wide right. Single setback in the gun, offset to quarterback's left. To his right. There's the snap, looking to throw. Has to step up because of the pass rush, and he's just corralled right there for about a 4-yard loss at about the 44-yard line. There was no time to throw. They sent a blitz, and there was just more people to block.
And if Aiden was about 2 foot taller, he could have seen over the defensive rush coming at him. But he did a good job right where he's at.
When you're about 5 foot, I see what they have at Middendorf in at. They have him at 5'8".
That's with thick soles on. So
now I'm not a tall man, but I can see the top of Aiden's head when I stand next to him. But he's all heart. I've been watching him since his freshman year. He plays with all heart, and playing quarterback for the first time in your life too. Just giving everything he's got for the team.
It's like I said, when you see these young men around town, tell them they're doing a good job.
2 wide to the right, single setback in the gun behind the quarterback. He hands off, direct handoff. Hit by his own guy first. I mean, he got hit by his own guy hard. And he runs ahead for 3 yards. Blue Devils eventually bring him down. But I think that was supposed to be a trap block of some sort. But my goodness, his own guy knocked the slobber right out of his mouth. 2nd down and 8 for Apache. Looking at 8:20 to go in the ball game. 2 wide to the right. Single setback behind the quarterback in the gun. Slot to the left. Going to run it to the left. Got a seam right there, and he is drugged down out of bounds at the 49-yard line of Apache. They're going to give him dead level 50. So he's right in the middle of the field. 3rd down, and it looks like a strong 4. Blue Devils holding up on defense. 12 guys playing the whole game with not much substitution. Jacob Vela and number 60, Jaden Moncrief, been rotating in and out of this ball game quite a bit. 7.5 to go in this game. 3rd down and 4. Blue Devils flip the defense. 2 wide to the right, slot right. Single setback in the gun, offset. Quarterback keeper all the way. He scampers away from one tackle, but brought down for about a 3-yard loss.
JD was in the backfield and scared the quarterback, made him cut back in, and then still tackled him.
So 4th down. How did they not mark? What just happened there? They didn't move the down marker, but he was certainly tackled further back than that.
Well,
Holy
good
cow.
spot right there.
Good
Depends on where they scared him at. So.
I guess so. 4th and we'll call it a fat 6.
Yeah, it's at least 6 right there. 6:45 with Apache leading 44-0 on Apache Homecoming 2022. So. Tomorrow is Pumpkin Festival Day. Get out, eat pancakes. Monday night junior high game at Cordell. So come to that. And then next Thursday we have a Thursday night game.
Thursday night at Hobart, America.
Comes to Cordell.
2 to the 3 to the wide left. New formation. They're going to run it off that edge, and he cuts it back to the middle, and he rumbles down for first down yardage. They just put more blockers out there than we had defenders, and go down for a first down to the 44-yard line of the Blue Devils. 6:02 rather. 6:02 to go in the ball game.
Is it holding when you grab somebody by the shoulder pads and throw them on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw Caden Rivera got picked up and thrown to the ground. I thought that might be holding in my book.
Well, here's the thing. If you throw a flag and you're the official, you stop the clock. I don't think any official here is trying to stop the clock. 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Apache breaks the huddle, send 2 wide to the right. Single setback behind the quarterback in the gun. Slot to the left. There's the snap, handoff to the left, and he is tackled in the backfield for about a yard loss. It was obviously a yard loss. They still didn't move the down marker. It's getting a little comical now. 5:10 to go in the ball game. Apache football on the Blue Devil 45-yard line. Now they're going to move it.
Now
they're going to move it. They've been listening to us on the radio is what it is.
Well, if they pay attention, we'll have all the information for you. So.
Hey, all you got to do is listen to us on the radio. We'll fix all your problems.
That's why they made headset radio years ago.
Yeah.
We're anywhere you want to go. Tell your sponsors thank you.
Now, a few years back when I started coming here, this was the home side, and the other side wasn't near that nice.
Right.
3 wide to the right. Single setback in the gun behind the quarterback. They're going to run this way. Yep, he's running this way. More block. Cuts it back up to the inside where he didn't have balls on the ground. Blue Devils recover.
Good job.
Yeah, he ran where he didn't have blockers, and the guy hit pretty hard, and the ball comes loose. Middendorf falls on it. 1st and 10, Blue Devils.
Good that he's healthy again. He's getting to play, and he's having a good night right here tonight.
Or what just happened there? They are not giving the ball to the Blue Devils.
Oh, they're going to say he was down?
Down
by contact. Okay.
He was never on the ground.
But he thinks he was down, so.
No.
Anyway.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah. They kick off at 2:30 tomorrow.
Kick off at 2:30 tomorrow after the Red River Showdown. I used to like it was called the Red River Shootout better, but that's just me. 2 wide to the right, slot left, running back, running to the left, cuts back and meets about 4 Blue Devils on the line of scrimmage, brought down there. He, it's 4th down. He might have got a fat football yard. Yeah. 4th and long for the Warriors. 3:22 to go in the ball game.
Dayton Bartlett made a good tackle on that one. He made good contact and backed him up a little bit. So
4th and 9.5 is what I'm going to call it. After the fumble that was not. I mean, he fumbled that ball like 4 yards ahead while he was still standing up.
Yeah. It came flying out. If we can see it from up here, somebody else needs to see it also.
Mr. White Hat just letting the clock run.
2:53. There's 21 seconds on the play clock. 2:45 on the game clock.
All right, then. Let's see what we got here. They send 1 wide to the – no, they don't know what they're doing. Never mind. They are confused.
Motion
confused.
Left, motion right. Motion right again.
And 3 wide to the right. Going to run the quarterback to the left, and he is stacked up in the backfield by Maddox, brought down for about a 2-yard loss on the play. So the Blue Devils should get the ball about 2 yards ahead of where they're about to spot it. Are you kidding me? Not that it matters much. 44-0 in this one. Blue Devils on the short end coming in. Bela comes off the field after some good work. 2 minutes flat in the ball game. It was Warriors early and often in this one. Blue Devils line up with 2 wide to the left. They're going to bring another one to the left. Jordan Woods hobbling over this way a little bit. Handoff running to the right. Cuts it back up into the middle. That's been where he's found his seam tonight, running that outright and then cut back on the pursuit. About 1.5 yards on the play. Second down, and we'll call it 8.5. That's what I'm going to call it. The clock's saying 9, but we're pro Blue Devil here, so
we've got the inside scoop.
We got the inside scoop.
Minute 18 to go in the ball game. Cordell down 44-0 to the Apache Warriors.
3 wide left, 1 wide to the right. Quarterback in the gun, single setback, offset to his right, looking to throw. No pressure, throws it deep out, and nobody's home. Running that long underneath pattern, and ball lands safely out of bounds. 50 seconds to go in the ball game.
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete clock, and the clock is still running.
I love it. I'll take that anytime.
Now in games like this, the only thing you do by not running the clock is you get kids hurt.
Right.
That's it. Especially on days like this when most of your starters are standing in blue jeans on the sideline and you got a bunch of guys in who don't get a lot of snaps. You end up getting even more players hurt. 3 wide to the left, 1 wide right. Middendorf hands off, fakes it actually, bounces to the right, finds a little bit of room around the edge, runs tough ahead for about a 3-yard gain. It'll bring up third down. And I'm going to call it 6. 10 seconds to go in the ball game, so it doesn't matter how far to go. That's going to be the ball game. 44-0 is the end result of this trip to Apache America. Blue Devils beat up coming into the ball game. Many starters out, numerous starters out. 4 two-way starters out of the ball game, and suited up 12 guys. That's a tall task for any level of football. But those 12 gave it all they had, played with all their heart, and come up short on this one. Everybody's shaking hands in the middle of the field now and high-fiving everybody across the way. We're going to take a quick break and then come back with some closing comments, and we'll go from there. You're listening to 106.9 FM, The Zone.
Bank 360 started as a community bank, and even though they are growing, handling the daily banking needs of friends and neighbors is central to everything they do. When it comes time for you to take on bigger and better challenges, Bank 360 is there with all your personal and commercial lending needs. And add in the convenience of on-the-go online banking. Here for your banking needs with 2 locations to serve you in Cordell and now Clinton. Bank 360, here for your banking needs.
CK Energy makes every customer an owner of the business. Unlike other electric utilities, CK Energy exists to make sure your needs are always met, not to make a profit. And since CK Energy is owned and operated, CK Energy is always there with you, reinvesting in your community. That's why in an electric cooperative, the people have the power. Committed to our members and the communities we serve, that's part of the CK Energy commitment.
CK Energy, we light up your life.
All right, we're back here. Blue Devils on the short end of this one tonight. They lose homecoming for Apache 44-0. Blue Devils incredibly shorthanded. No starting quarterback, no starting of the lineup. Just a tough night. Suited up 12 guys, lots and lots of young guys getting a lot of playing time, getting better each week, improving and growing. Just not in the cards for them tonight. Dudley, you got some closing things you want to say before we wrap it up here and head on to the house?
I look at this, and I know we're getting out of here early, and hopefully we got everybody healthy. Hopefully we'll have some more people back next Thursday night when we have a ball game when Hobart comes to town. But the thing of it is, these young men that are out here playing, they are putting on a gutsy effort. They come in knowing they're the underdog, and they're playing great football, doing a good job. They're making some tackles, and they're stepping up. And these coaches, they deserve accolades because they're working in a tough situation with these young men. But they're doing a good job, and these players, when you see them around, tell them thank you. When you see your sponsors, tell them thank you for making this all possible, because you didn't have to make the trip down here to Apache, and we don't mind doing it and bringing it to you. But our sponsors make this all possible. So just a reminder, junior high will be at home on Tuesday night. Then the high school game will be on Thursday night on fall break week. So it's going to be a short week, short everything. But get out and support the Pumpkin Festival tomorrow, junior high game on Monday. When you see these young men and the coaches and stuff around town, tell them thank you for what they do. So,
all right, then. So, for Blue Devil football, I'm Mike Sutherland.
And Dudley Simpson saying good evening
night, folks.
From Apache, Oklahoma.
And we'll see you at Pumpkin Festival tomorrow.
Friends, you'll find a store full of quality gift ideas at Cordell TV Appliance and Furniture in Cordell. Appliances and TVs from LG, Frigidaire, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Speed Queen, Best, Catnapper, Bassett, and Ashley Furniture. Bedding from Serta. Now listen, we service everything we sell, and we promise always the lowest possible prices and the absolute best service. Thanks so much for your friendship and your business. Cordell TV Appliance and Furniture. It's somewhere in Cordell.
Clinic Pharmacy of Cordell, a hometown family-owned and operated business, providing super quick and friendly service to Cordell and surrounding communities. Small enough to know you, big enough to serve your every need. Stop by to meet Chris and the Clinic Pharmacy staff, where our family knows yours.
When hometown football approaches, that's when hometown shines. Bring out those hot cocoa thermoses. Bring on the team colors, shirts, and spirit. We'll be right here with you, cheering our home teams on to victory. Because nobody does hometown in Western Oklahoma like Bank of Western Oklahoma. Come bank with us. Weatherford, Cordell, Gary, Elk City, Viside, Woodward, where people come first. Online at bankofwesternoklahoma.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Corn Heritage Village and Rehab of Corn and Weatherford, Oklahoma provides skilled nursing, rehab, long-term care, and memory care services. Corn Heritage Village facilities are known for their reputation and are the industry leaders in all of Western Oklahoma. So if your loved one needs rehab, nursing home, or dementia care, give them a call, 580-343-2295, 343-2295.